Tragedy struck Turkey and Syria today with a powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake, the death toll from which has now crossed 2,000. The grief is shared by the whole world as prayers pour in for the thousands that have been injured and for those that have been stuck in rubble as search and rescue operation continues. Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the top stories of the hour. More than 2,300 now reported dead in massive earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. Thousands injured, rescue operations underway. Cases of digital frauds on the rise. Users lose over 130 million rupees in the past 5 months alone. Digital banking at risk due to lack of management in SIM card distribution. Government works underway to formulate new regulations for enhancing the Parliament's efficiency. A 21-member committee formed and assigned a period of 15 days to draft the regulation. And India's Monty Desai appointed head coach of national cricket team. Cricket Association of Nepal contracts Desai for 2-year term. The use of digital mediums for financial transactions, especially mobile banking system, which many say has saved time and is more convenient, is on the rise. However, security threats have also increased equally. Last Friday, Lalitpur police arrested 8 individuals alleged of illegally wiring over 5.2 million rupees to their accounts from accounts of 27 individuals. Those arrested were below the age of 20 and had used various links sent through messaging apps to access confidential information of the users. One of the victims, Hari Dhakal, clicked on a link sent to his WhatsApp, following which he lost 400,000 rupees off his digital wallet app. Another victim had opened an advertisement link for Canada visa and had shared his passport and citizenship details, after which 600,000 rupees was withdrawn from his account. In the past 5 months alone, the Valley Crime Investigation Office has received complaints of mobile banking and digital frauds worth a total of 130 million rupees. Based on our data by Rashtra Bank, transactions worth 150 billion rupees takes place through mobile banking each year, 19 billion rupees through digital wallets and over 15 billion rupees through QR code transactions. Experts say since all these transactions are linked to the user's mobile numbers, the lack of management of SIM card distribution mechanism has raised security threats. In this context, today in our Public Voice segment, we've asked people in several provinces what should be done to make online banking system more secure and effective. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
Server अलि strong राख्नु पर्यो बैंकहरुले.
नयाँ प्रविधिहरु ल्याएर छिटो छरितो चाहिँ काम गर्ने
जनचेतनामूलक एउटा कार्यक्रम गरेर बिस्तारै संस्थागत रूपमा अगाडि डेभलप गरेको भए यो अझ प्रभावकारी हुन्थ्यो. बैंकिङ साक्षरताको बारेमा सर्वप्रथम ज्ञान दिएको भए यो ठगीबाट बच्न सकिन्थ्यो.
मोबाइलमा त मेन त पिन कोड हुन्छ नि, पासवर्ड हुन्छ, पिन कोड हुन्छ, त्यो सुरक्षित गर्नु पर्यो आफूले पनि.
भाषागत देखि लिएर यसको टेक्निकल युजर सिस्टम अलिकति युजर फ्रेन्डली बनाउनु पर्यो, सजिलो बनाउनु पर्यो.
मोबाइल चाहिँ सुरक्षित राख्नु पर्यो.
आफ्नो पासपोर्ट अरूलाई दिनु भएन.
सरकार निकायहरूले अनुगमन तथा व्यवस्थापनमा ध्यान पुर्याइदिनु पर्यो.
Now, works for formulation of new regulations to enhance the efficiency of the House of Representatives have begun. The 21-member committee formed to formulate the regulations has been assigned a period of 15 days. The new regulations are to make amends from past weaknesses seen at the lower house and the parliamentary committees. Lawmakers raised their issues during the zero and special hour at the Parliament and demand answers from the government. However, the government is not found responding their questions, and even those ruled by the Speaker. The Prime Minister should respond to the questions raised by the lawmakers in the House. In addition to that, the Premier must also inform about the progress in such issues. However, no Prime Minister has briefed the Parliament in such a manner so far. Meanwhile, polarization has also surfaced regarding the jurisdiction of the parliamentary committees. These errors must be addressed while forming the new regulations of the lower house. The parliament seems to have been abused by the recent governments, and there is a negative trend of furnishing answers to serve political interests and to retain power. The Parliament Secretariat is of the opinion that failing to address these issues will only create hurdles in ensuring the efficient performance of the House. The existing regulation does not have any clarity regarding the impeachment motion as well. This has also led to complications regarding the impeachment motion against former Chief Justice Cholendra Samsher Rana. Therefore, the new regulations must address all of these errors and challenges to enhance the efficiency of the lower house. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal has hinted at beginning works to table bills that were left unattended by the previous parliament session. This includes the citizenship bill that had caused controversy for quite some time. According to Hitraj Pandey, the chief whip of the parliamentary party of Maoist Centre, Premier Dahal held discussions with representatives of parties at the parliament and directed them to register the pending bills for further process. Pandey added the government was preparing to include issues raised at the parliament as bills to move forward with them. The Premier's directive comes amid criticisms on the government for failing to assign businesses to the parliament. It has been understood that the government is preparing to table some 15 to 20 bills in the ongoing parliament session. The 27 bills that were inconclusive in the previous session will need to be registered again, while those that had been registered but were rejected will automatically be scrapped based on legal provisions. Nepal Media Society has expressed serious concerns over the threatening remarks and statements of Rashtra Swatantra Party chairperson Ravi Lamichhane against Nepali media. Issuing a press release today, the Nepal Media Society said that the frustrations and outrage shown by Lamichhane, who lost his positions of Deputy Prime Minister, Minister for Home Affairs and Member of the House of Representatives because of his citizenship case, was an evidence to his party's animosity against the media. The society has clarified that Lamichhane himself and his party should be held accountable and responsible for any untoward incident caused by his statements. In yesterday's press conference held to make public the decision to quit the government, Lamichhane had named media organizations, editors and journalists and had warned of circling their offices. The society has challenged Lamichhane to prove his allegations against media organizations and journalists. Welcome back. Nepal Rashtra Bank has reported of improvements in the balance of payment in 6 months of the ongoing fiscal year. Publishing a report, the central bank has stated the BOP that was at deficit of 241 billion rupees till last year is now at a surplus of 97 billion 100 million rupees, which has been attributed to the tightening of imports imposed by the government in recent time. The report also states Nepal received remittance worth 585 billion 80 million rupees in the past 6 months, up by 24% compared to last year during the same period. Nepalese leaving for foreign employment has also gone up by 64% this year. Likewise, the foreign currency reserves that last year was $9 billion 540 million has reached $10 billion 300 million, which is expected to sustain imports for around 9 months. Despite positive indicators, however, the central bank has said market inflation has increased to 7.26%, which was 5.65% last year during this same period. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we asked you what's your say on the transfer of high-ranking employees after every change in government. 45% voted for option A, administration being politicized, 42% for B, leader-employee nexus, and 13% for C, due to necessity. Here's today's question. Why has operation of electric vehicles not eased? Your options are A, lack of infrastructure, B, no cooperation from government, and C, lack of interest from businesses. Voting is on. Type NAWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. The International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies IFRC has warned that the world is not ready for the next pandemic. According to the IFRC, no earthquake, drought or hurricane in recorded history, AHS, has claimed more lives than the COVID-19 pandemic. The shocking death toll, estimated at more than 6.5 million people, has inspired the humanitarian organization to take a deep dive into how countries can prepare for the next global health emergency. Jagan Chapagai, the IFRC's Secretary General, has recommended the world leaders to center around building trust, tackling inequality and leveraging local actors and communities to perform life-saving work. The IFRC has said that trust must be cultivated among nations through genuine two-way communication, proximity and consistent support over time. It has also added that the world must address inequitable health and socio-economic vulnerabilities far in advance of the next crisis. The International Monetary Fund has estimated that the coronavirus pandemic will cost the global economy $13.5 trillion by the end of the year 2024. At least 1,500 deaths have now been reported in Turkey, with another 810 in Syria after powerful earthquakes brought thousands of buildings crashing down in both the nations. The initial earthquake of magnitude 7.8 was felt in southeastern Turkey earlier today, followed by 7.6 magnitude earthquake hours later amid several aftershocks. Both the powerful earthquakes and aftershocks have sent multi-story buildings crumbling to the ground in parts of Turkey and Syria, and rescue operations continue. Back in August 1999, a catastrophic magnitude 7.6 earthquake had struck Izmit district of Kocaeli province of Turkey that had claimed the lives of over 17,000. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has said it has yet to receive details of Nepalese in Turkey that may or may not have been affected by the massive earthquake. Ministry spokesperson Sewa Lamsal has said the ministry is in correspondence with Nepal's embassy in Pakistan that said so far 6 Nepalese have come in contact following the incident. Welcome back. It's time now for the sports update.
Sports news.
Newly appointed head coach of the men's national cricket team, Monty Desai, has said that his first objective is to strengthen the team's bonding. The National Cricket Governing Body, Cricket Association of Nepal, CAN, has unveiled head coach Monty Desai. In his first press conference, head coach Desai has said that his main objective is to build a solid team. Saying that he was familiar with the national team, Desai added that he would not allow external factors affect the team.
I've been connected to them since 2012, if I can say so. Today it's an honor and excitement for me to accept this head coach position with Cricket Association of Nepal. And the only thing which comes in my mind at the moment is to create happy dressing room. That's my coaching philosophy. I would like to build an environment where we all, when we go forward in the next 2 years, feel proud about the story that we'll be building.
Desai had joined the closed camp training of the team even before his appointment. The National Sports Council had issued an approval for CAN to appoint Desai yesterday. CAN President Chatur Bahadur Chand has said that the appointment of the head coach was delayed as there is no sports minister at the moment. Head coach Desai was also questioned about Sandeep Lamichhane, who is alleged of raping a minor, but did not say much about the issue. Saying that he only knew the sports language, Coach Desai said that Lamichhane was training well. CAN and Desai signed a 2-year contract with a term for possible extension. Desai, who is coaching Nepal after coaching Canada, faces a tough challenge of retaining Nepal's one-day international ODI status. Prior to this, Desai had worked in the capacity of batting consultant for the country. Team Nepal are playing the ICC World Cricket League 2 series against Namibia and Scotland from February 14th. Santoshi Shrestha of Bagmati has won gold in the women's 5,000-meter race under the Golden Athletics meet. In the race held at the synthetic track of Dashrath Stadium, Santoshi completed the distance in 17 minutes 37.9 seconds. She had also won a gold at the 9th National Games. In the race held in the Gandaki province, she had clocked 17 minutes 5.29 seconds to complete the distance. Ram Maya Buddha of Nepal Police Club won silver as she completed the distance in 18 minutes 44.3 seconds, while Rekha Bista, also of police, won bronze with a timing of 18 minutes 45.7 seconds. Rekha had won gold in yesterday's 10,000-meter race. Up next is the weather update. is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.